Men are keepers of the fire, women of the water. Men control the world. Women are told to shut up. The globe is overheating. Our water is trashed. Any questions? Man isn't inherently evil. He isn't inherently broken. He isn't a natural-born sinner. But when you're conditioned to believe these things, as you're told that you're not only in charge of a planet, but also over women, the whole world begins to spin out of balance. A 6,000 trillion metric ton marble traveling at 67,000 miles per hour would probably seem a bit broken if it had this kind of off-kilter balance issue, might even wobble a bit. And if you've been told that the magic garden is gone, and the only option is to plow more of it away, then you've got a classic example of a self-fulfilling prophecy on your hands. Because of our suppression of the women of this world, and our closed-minded refusal to let them speak to God directly through the water of His finest creation, we have allowed the profiteering patriarchs of the planet to nearly drive it off a cliff. But never fear, UnCage is here. And just how the revolutionary new eco-friendly single horsepower vehicle of the future wouldn't run off a cliff, neither will she. She seems to be gathering her troops for the greatest water fight in history, though I'd imagine that her story has seen stronger opponents than a bunch of broken men. Men who decided that they were in charge, even over the womb of creation, to the point that Caesar sectioned off the maternity ward and brought a new level of generational trauma into this world. Birth is meant to gently guide a new spirit into the material existence, but our dominating culture rips the newborn away, spanks him under a grid of fluorescence, takes a million snapshots of his soul, babysits him with a TV, sentences him to a one-sided education, and oh yeah, we cut off the tip of his genitalia. Jeez, talk about traumatic. The children are the future. And we're a culture who doesn't seem to care too much about longevity, so of course we destine them to fail. Our schools aren't designed to grow community-minded thinkers. They're built to indoctrinate an individualized generation of slaves for the factory floor, even down to the lunch break buzzer. Our brain circuitry strengthens with use, but they fill us to capacity with the memorization of erroneous facts, as our unpracticed abilities of connection and creation shrivel up to the wayside. But Mom won't put up with it much longer. Yes, folks, she's rising up. Get your tickets while they're still available, especially if you think you may be one of those prophesized in the 7th generation. 7 generations from Crazy Horse's Humbletcha up on Bear Butte, but who's counting? Though it does seem to coincide with with what the sacred geometrists are calling the indigo children. They began to be born in the 80s, and now it seems that almost all of our children are exhibiting the traits of superheroes. What traits, you ask? Well, if you suffer from ADD as you just can't pay attention to nonsense, or if you're bored with the monotony of a dumbed-down existence, or even if at a young age you're a nonconformist and take issue with senseless authority, or if you're a free-thinking old soul who's intelligent, intuitive, and a strong-willed seeker of the truth as you seek to change the world, then you happen to be in luck. We can help you. And you've conveniently qualified for a free trial of the latest, greatest government-mandated super pill. Don't worry, kids, you won't feel a thing. Ever. It's another excerpt from the end of UnCage Eden. I hadn't read this in a while. I wrote this back in 2017 and 2018, and just kind of revisiting it, and it's still hitting pretty hard.